IMS Academy, roll 3 of 4, May 28th, 2016. Nighthawk on top, I'm on the bottom, and instantly from the side control position, I am turning my knees down into him, almost exposing the possibility for a back take. But as I keep my left leg up, you see that as soon as he goes and I bait him for that back take, the elevator was there. I got a little scissor guard here for the moment. I attack his arm, get in that Kimura, spin all the way down. Now I've got double wrist lock, and he almost has a truck position on my leg, and you're going to see I'm going to bring his foot behind my knee, and now I've got that leg primed for a knee bar. It's completely isolated. His hips are isolated. All I have to do is just separate the hands and start extending my hips as I bring that foot closer to my head. I keep my head between his foot and him and get the knee bar there. We're going to resume in side control with Andrew on top. I start to bring my hands in on the hips. I'm always looking to keep my forearms in close. Bumping the hips a little bit. Here I go. I turn down again, and I use that to immediately get to half guard, then full guard, as Andrew's not able to secure the position or keep that pressure hip to hip and clamp down. Clamping it's huge. It's not just keeping the weight on top, but it's keeping the weight constricting on your opponent so they're not able to move. And when they do, on the hips where their power's at, you're just getting taken for a ride. If there's wiggle room, then that wiggle room is room to escape. The more room, the easier it is to escape. I'm trying to break his posture now. He used his hands on my ribs, using cross face. He's waiting for me to unlock my ankles. There I go. I start to bring my legs up. I get a higher guard. I'm able to take my right arm and grab my shin. I'm using that to keep his posture down now as I take my right foot, check the hip. I bring it back to the other side. I'm starting to work in omoplata position. And you can see my left leg, I'm starting to work in underhook here. As he's trying to defeat this, I'm looking to go for a sweep, and he uses his right arm, he hooks my knee, regains his base. I go to butterfly guard, I go to attack the head. He passes traditionally as you should. I keep on with the head, but I turn my core down, getting my knees back in the fight and my base. He uses a seatbelt grip as he takes my back. Immediately I go baseball grip, extend, get it to one side. As I get my shoulders to the mat, I turn to an armbar attempt as he blocks it. But what that's done is it's now allowed me to get back to guard, foot on the hip, in a much safer position, having urgency to not allow him to have time to work. I'm keeping his posture down here again as I have that right leg over his shoulder. Almost the same position here as you see me extend this and turn this into a sweep. He's looking to go out the back door as he brings his base down. I go for a center choke here. He sacrifices as he doesn't want to get strangled, puts his back to the mat. I'm working side control. Almost in, here we go. Now I'm in a north-south position. And we stop and regain or resume back into side control. Hips low. I'm almost just riding his body. It pushes me up. As you can see that I test his strength. I make him carry my weight. It's always important. If you're on top, use that to make them work a little bit harder by getting your knees and your toes up off the mat if you have a good body balance here. Now I've got his head and his arm isolated. Here we go, north-south choke. As you see, I'm going to tuck my head down into his armpit. I got a strong grip. He should take that left hand, work underneath my chin, and the north-south choke defense wasn't there, and I was able to lock it in. Andrew's just tired today. He had a very long training session during the week. He's probably completely overworked and overtrained, but I like when you're tired and you work in this position. See, even in the top side control, he wasn't even able to secure those positions anymore. He's starting to get a little fatigued. Positionally, he's not as sound. I'm exposing my back to him, And look at, I'm starting to go after that leg, and the camera's a little shaky here. He's going to get his leg out of trouble as he brings his base down, but I hook the arm and I turn this into an arm bar here. And overtrained and overworked Andrew gets subbed, and we're going to go to the last roll of the day next.